Vorinclex. Smack ya. Down to 8. That's not going to do what you hope, opponent. That was a good try. That was a good try. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. And this week, we're looking to get our opponents with the biggest, baddest Praetor, actually I guess the only Praetor, in Kaldheim Standard. That's right, it is Vorinclex time. We are Vorinclex Junding, looking to ramp into Vorinclex some big planeswalkers to insta-ultimate, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's the plan of the deck, real quick, and then we'll jump into the games. So here is the plan of Vorinclex Jund. So first off, we're building around Vorinclex, mostly doubling up our loyalty counters, but as you saw in the intro, can also have our opponent's stuff, shut down Shagas, hurt our opponent's planeswalkers. But the main plan of our deck is to wrap into Vorinclex and play a big planeswalker that we can instantly ultimate. Tibalt, Ugin, Liliana, Luca. Luca is the weirdest of the bunch because the ultimate's not as game-winning as Tibalt or Ugin or Liliana, but it has another purpose. We can use Luca to sacrifice Velki or our ramp stuff, Deem Devour, Solid Simulacrum, and hopefully find Vorinclex. Like, if we use Luca to exile Solemn, we know 100% of the time we're going to get Vorinclex, probably have our mana up, so this same turn we can follow it up with Ugin or follow it up with Tibalt, an instant ultimate for the win. Dream Devour, weird ramp spell, but a very effective one, and an early game blocker. Binding the Old Gods, also really good in our deck. Double triggers with Vorinclex removal and ramp. Otherwise, Heartless Act, a little bit more removal. Mana base, pretty typical standard stuff. Sideboard, a bunch of removal and sweepers. Arachneer to deal with rogues. Klothys for graveyards. Agonizing Remorse for control style matchups. And that is Vorinclex Jund. That's our Much Abrew deck for this week. Let's jump into some games. See it in action. Can we instant ultimate some planeswalkers? How good is Vorinclex? Let's find out. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. Need some new Kaldheim cards? Well, you can order all that you need from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Alright, Much Abrew About Nothing time. We are Kaldheim Standarding today with Jund Vorinclex, and it's not bad. We got Dream Devour, which actually is kind of sweet here. I mean, hopefully we still draw land, but Dream Devour into Cultivate into double Hideaway, we could be able to set up a time where we can Vorinclex and Liliana for 6 mana, and that should be enough. That's our game plan, at least. If we don't draw land, it gets a little sketchier. We'll see. Tap land, go. Opponent. Or if our Dream Devourer just gets killed. Alright, land and Dream Devourer. Put it. Well, come on, land. I would prefer not to have to hide away this. Oh my god. Well, okay. Not optimal, but next turn we can cultivate even if we whiff on lands, which does help. Oh, we're gonna have such an explosive turn too, opponent. Whoa, Strider. Well, there is the land now. Let's cultivate. Snow-covered forest, snow-covered swamp. Play the snow-covered swamp. Foretell Vorinclex. No attacks. Oh, we need like one more turn with this Dream Devour not getting stolen and sacked to hide stuff away, and we can set up the I win combo. Opponent hits us. Yeah. Down to 17. Come on, live. One more turn. One more turn, Dream Devourer. Village Right, sacks, draws. Oh, Okay, I think we're going to get it. I think we're going to get it. That's all we wanted. One more turn to hide stuff away. Opponent looking for lands. Finds one. Well, we will foretell Liliana. So we need black, black, green, green, green. We still need one more land, I guess. Now let's foretell Solemn. Pathway on green. Hit ya. Alright, so if we draw an untapped land, we get to ultimate Liliana next turn. If we don't, we can... Alright, a Crow and War, gonna take our Dream Devourer. That's not the end of the world, though. Opponent hits us. Come on, untap land. Oh, it'd be so insane. Velki. Well, in that case, we will just Binding the Old Gods. Get rid of Monstrous Raider. Opponent. Kind of surprised they didn't sack our Dream Devourer, but... Oh, dear. Okay. Corvold. Gonna draw a bunch of cards. This actually might just beat us. Well, we draw the land. Get the Triome. Pathway on red. Vorinclex. Liliana. Emblem. Get a Monstrous Raider. Attack, attack. Opponent blocks. Goes to 8. Well, we'll see. Can our opponent kill us this turn? Opponent. Oh my god. They draw another Crow and War. Oh, but it doesn't get counters. Haha! Okay, we're alive. This is fine. This is fine. So we're gonna lose Liliana, but that is also fine. Wow, Vorinclex! I forgot all about that, and as did our opponent. But now we have the emblem. So we get to go to combat. Get back Vorinclex. Hit you for 6. Tybalt. Boy, I kind of want to ultimate. You know what? Let's do it. Ultimate. Play a land. Binding. Kill Corvold. Get a forest. Sagas don't trigger. Ours double trigger. Yes, 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 yes. This is what we wanted to see. 2 Planeswalker emblems going. Monstrous Raider, sure. And Vorinclex being a hate card. Sure. That's fine. We will discard a Luca, I guess. I don't think we need it at the moment. About it. Scoops it up. Woo! Well, that is what the deck is trying to do. That is Vorinclex being the Monstrous Raider its name suggests, for sure. Alright, what do we want against our opponent's deck? Klothys seems ideal. So 2 Klothys. And then we want to be able to deal with Corvold. Maybe we try the Blood in the Snows. Maybe we get on Luca's, at least some number. Luca. Maybe a Solemn, and try it like that. Wow. Okay, that was an awesome example of what this deck can do. It could have been even more explosive if we had hit our lands a little faster. We could have done that even quicker. But once we start ultimating Planeswalkers, It's hard to lose, and it's hilarious how good Vorinclex was at stopping those Akroan Moors. Ugh, it's a lot of lands. Huh. We do have Castle Lock, Wayne, but what if we just keep drawing lands? Yeah, let's mulligan. Yeah, alright. Well, this will keep. This hand's also not super exciting, but... yeah. Liliana to the bottom. Put it. Eh, Castle Lock, if we're gonna draw lands, Castle Lock Wayne's not the worst. Opponent. Land Kroxa. Yeah, we'll discard Fabled Passage. Down to 17. Pathway on green. Pass the turn. Schwamp. Agonizing Remorse. Alright, takes blood on the snow. Well, Castle Logwade, Cultivate. Get a... Do we even need Snow-Covered Mountain anymore? I guess we do a little. Clothis would be good. And we have one Lucas. Snow-Covered Mountain and... Green, green, black, black. You know what? Let's just take both Snow-Covered Mountains. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. Wrinkle. Hits us. Well, discard a Fabled Passage, I guess. We will Binding. Get rid of Rankle. Play the land past the turn. Opponent still needs a couple more cards for this Kroxa. Alright, Woest Rider. And sacks. I'll get a land. Binding. Kill the Woest Rider. Well, if they have red mana, they can get back Kroxa. And they did just draw many cards. Skyclave Shade. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Oh boy. Alright, chaining them. Chaining them, Village Rites. Opponent passes. Well, we will get a Forest. And, yeah, I guess we've Vorinclex you. Take a beating. Land for our opponent. Shade. I mean, if they get back Kroxa, we gotta go for the gold, right? We have to. Alright, Kroxa. I mean, we gotta. We gotta. We're gonna discard the Heartless Act, because if we just draw land, we get to insta-ultimate Ugin, which is absurd. Well, okay, we don't just draw land. However, we do have good news. Tibalt. I guess we'll settle for insta-ultimating Tibalt. Vorinclex power, and then we get to play a lad, crack the lad, get a lad, Binding the Kroxa, double trigger, get a land. Oh, this deck's sweet. We are absolutely wrecking our opponent here. And now we have a lot of cards in hand. Your go, opponent. Oh, I kind of hope they don't scoop just so we can slam this Ugin and ultimate it for the Dream of Dream. Aw, opponent. All right. Well, there goes the Ugin. Well, I guess we'll just have to beat you to death with your own cards. Opponent. GG's. We'll GG back. And, whoo! Okay. It makes me even happier in some ways that we did not actually have to Ugin anyone. Like, we just got the dominant Vorinclex Tibalt win. No Ugining necessary. And that was sweet. Whew, that was super sweet. All right. Vorinclex, it is a magic card and a good one. Whew. All right. On to the next. All right. Much brew about nothing time. Ooh, we are mulliganing Ugintron. Alright, this is okay. Ugin to the bottom. It sounds okay. It's not thrilling, but as long as we get a land to get to cultivate, we get to binding, we get to Vorinclex, and then we're a planeswalker away from glory. Ooh, interesting. Well, yeah, I guess we got a Dream Devourer. Pass the turn. All right, land. Land for cultivate. That's the dream. Otherwise, we're probably gonna have to foretell cultivate. It feels so bad. Mountain, Luminarch Aspirant. No blocks. All right, that's a land. So play this on red. Cultivate. Snow-covered swamp. Snow-covered mountain. No attacks. Opponent is off to a bit of a fast start, which is a concern. Mountain. Shadow Sphere. He equips it. Well, this kind of works out. We can take 5. Opponent gains 5, but then we can just binding away. Oh, and we draw the land. All right, so we will just binding. Kill the Usher. Snow-covered swamp. Go. Wow, we are actually kind of close to Vorinclex into Ultimate Tibalt. Land. Fireblade Charger. Gives a haste. Fervent Champion. Yeah. Goes attacking. Well, we'll block here. I mean, we're also kind of close to dying. Down to 8. Get the Triome. Pathway on green. Vorinclex. Pass the turn. Is it enough? Is it enough? Is it enough? We're about to find out. We need Vorinclex to stick. If Vorinclex dies, it's over. Opponent plays a mountain. That's not going to work. Fireblade Charger. Attacks. Well, we will just chump. Seasoned Hollowblade. Alright, well, we will Tibalt. Exile Fireblade Charger. Pass the turn. No attacks. Oh, this is so close. Opponent. Land. Equips. Attacks. Attacks, attacks. Well, we will block Luminarch Aspirant. Go to 7. Well, Tibalt. Exile Hollowblade. Tibalt. Number 2. Kill 'em all, I say. Kill 'em all. Exile Fervent Champion. Pathway on green. Fireblade Charger. And this time, I think we start smashing with Vorinclex. Our opponent... Oh, opponent scoops it up. Wow! Double Tibalt. Double Tibalt, double ultimate. Easy mode. Easy win. Well, now we get 2 Crush the Weeks. We get 2 Frostbites. Maybe Bloodchief's Thirst or Blood on the Snows. We can go down... Let's go down Luca. Luca's been kind of medium. Medium to medium rare. Go down almost all the Lucas. Go down a Solemn. Let's go down all the Lucas. Go down all the Lucas. Dream Devourer is good. Velky's fine. Crush is great. What else do we cut? Maybe we go 1 Blood on the Snow. 2 Solubs. And down 1 Liliana. Alright, try it like that. Oh. Well, apparently playing Vorinclex and then playing Planeswalkers is good. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Alright, we'll keep this. Still gonna need mana, but... Opponent, Fireblade Charger. Well, play this on red. Go. Opponent, land. Luminarch Aspirant. Well, we will just kill the Aspirant. Opponent. Hits us for 1. Alright, lands. Alright, that's not bad. Well, Pathway on black. Huh. Velky or Dream Devourer? Let's go Velky. Whew. Alright, take Robber the Rich. Well, now our opponent's not doing anything for a bit, which is good. In theory, at least. Opponent. Still kind of want more lands. Still definitely want more lands. Opponent. Staring sadly at their multiple Embercleaves. Whoa. Is this our opponent giving up? Too strong? Too strong? I think our opponent just walked away from their computer in frustration. Alright, our turn. Well, in that case, we will play Dream Devourer. Land on green. Pass the turn, but our opponent might have checked out. They might have just checked out after getting double Tibalt ultimated game 1. They might just be done. Done. I mean, and probably good for them because if they don't kill us quickly, we are going to start playing Vorinklexes and Planeswalkers. I mean, I guess technically we didn't ultimate Tibalt in game 1, although we could have. Instead, we just killed all their stuff, which also was was pretty effective. Killed it and then played it. Tibalt's sweet. Tibalt is super good. And even better with double the loyal. Vorinclex is also. Man, all these cards are just super underrated. Opponent. Yeah, they're done. They're done. Well, only thing better than winning in Magic is taking away your opponent's will to even play Magic. That's how you know you really won. Opponent. Well, yeah. Untap. That's a land, so we will play it. We will play Solemn. Get a Swamp. And pass the turn. Opponent. I thought they would auto-scoop at some point, but apparently we're not quite to that point yet. I don't mind. I don't mind our opponent not scooping because that gives us more time to Vorinclex and do sweet things. And opponent, yeah. Well, we took away their will to live with our Vorinclex shenanigans, and we'll take it. Sweet. All right, Much Abrew about nothing time. We are Vorinclexing. Jund Vorinclex in Standard, and we shall see. Ugh, boy, this hand has everything we want, but no lands. Not enough lands. All right, we'll keep this. Yeah, let's Luca to the bottom. We're not even close to having the right colors of mana to cast Luca, so. All right, Yarion. This should be interesting. Not sure how this goes. Well, try him. Go. Put it. I mean, Ugin is good if we can get it down. Before our opponent just puts the game away. We shall see. We do have good Planeswalkers. And if we get to the late game, I mean, maybe we can Vorinclex and do something else in the same turn and get them. Snow-covered swamp. Go. Boat it. Pathway. Trying to figure out what we're doing. Alright, gets Yarion. Yeah, I don't want to really run out Velky. Let's just Pathway on green. Go. Fabled Passage. Elspeth's Nightmare. Well, unfortunately, we're probably going to have to kill that because don't really want to lose this Ugin. I mean, either we Binding the Old Gods a Nightmare, or we lose the Binding or the Ugin. So, opponent gets a land. Well, black, green. I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, play it on green. Binding. Blow up Elspeth's Nightmare. Go. Opponent. Elspeth's Nightmare. Well, grab a Triome. Solemn. Snow-covered mountain. Well, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose a. We're gonna lose an Ugin, but we have a few more. Opponent takes an Ugin. Fabled Passage cracks it. Snow-covered plains and Skyclave Apparition. Wow, we just keep drawing them. So Pathway, black, Velky is Tibalt. Take it up. Awkward. We were hoping to get an actual land for Ugin, but a tap land is, I guess, okay. Let's see. If our Tibalt lives, we can spin again. Opponent. Well, Tibalt might be living if they're attacking it. Hits Tibalt. Another Skyclave. Well, we will take up. Fabled Passage. Crack it. Snow-covered mountain. Ugin 1. -3. And, well, no Vorinclex, but this is still not a bad place to be. We kind of have a new hand. We got the 2 best Planeswalkers in Standard. Path of the World Tree. Okay, that's a good card. That's a good card. Gets a land, plays a land. Storm's Wrath. Sure. Well, take up Tibalt. Play more Ugins. Ugin your face. Play the land past the turn. Wow. This might be the give up point. Opponent cycles. Just too many bombs. Too many bombs. An opponent has no answers and they are out of here. Well, that's what this deck can do. Raw power level is super high. Well, Agonizing Remorse in. 2 Lukas out. And that's probably actually it. Yeah. Alright. So they probably have some more counters after sideboarding, but being 5 color, I can't imagine they have too many counters. And hopefully we do that again. Opponents. Ugh. That hand's horrible. We're gonna mulligan. Yeah, this is better. We will put a... probably 1 Solemn to the bottom. That's actually probably wrong. Alright, let's put a Vorinclex to the bottom. We'll find Vorinclex later. Solemn's just too good against Doom Foretold to pass up. And we don't have a Planeswalker to go with. We don't have a Planeswalker to go with Vorinclex yet anyway. Well, we did draw 1, but... Opponent, tap land. Well, land and Dream Devourer. Go. Wouldn't mind being able to start hiding stuff away. We'll see. Step 1 would be this Tibalt if we can. Alright, opponent has removal. Well, we're going to need a land. Alright, that's a land. So pathway on green. Go. Gonna wait. Gonna wait on the Tibalt. It gets better later. Snug-covered forest. Opponent passes. Well, pathway on black. Solemn. Alright, Cycles of Triumph. Sure. I'll grab a land. Up to 6 mana. We're actually getting pretty close to Tibalt time. Opponent, land, cracks it. And we have this binding, so if our opponent has, like, Elspeth Conqueror's Death or something, at least we have an answer. Skyclave Apparition. Alright. Well, we will... Let's just Solemn again. Get a snow-covered swamp. Fabled Passage. Go. Opponent. Even more Skyclave Apparitions. Well, they're good at answering Solemns. See if they're slow-rolling counters. Opponent gets and hits us. Well, crack this. Snow-covered mountain. They do have that blue mana. I'll play the land. Let's just binding. Alright, so opponent, they did have the counter. Well, we'll see. Pass the turn, untaps. Goes attacking, hits us. Cycles desperately. Passes. Well, Tibalt time. Do they have another counter? Okay, Omen of the Sea. That's fine. That's fine. I think we're just going to exile the Skyclave here. Leaves one on top. Well, yeah. Exile Skyclave. Get a 4/4. I mean, we would love for this Tibalt to live and draw some cards. That would be ideal. All right, not going to live, not going to draw his cards. Binding of the Old Gods takes down Tibalt 1. Well, we get to Skyclave. Get rid of the binding. Luca. Give our opponent a 4/4. Get a Vorinclex. Go attacking. Okay, opponent double blocks. Sure. So they get through the Vorinclex, but now they need like a Doomscar or something. Binding. Hits Luca. Tap land. Oh boy. Well, yeah, Tibalt. Tick it up, draw a couple cards. Play the land. Beat you down. Opponent. 1, 2, 3. So if they have an untap land, they can blink the binding to kill the Tibalt, which is probably their best bet. But then we get to Heartless Act the Yarion. All right, they just have a Yarion. So they get rid of the Tibalt. They get to draw a card, kill Tibalt. But we get to kill Yarion and keep attacking. And our opponent's going to have to find their way past these two 4/4s. Yeah, so kills Tibalt. And we still have a million good draws in our deck. One on top, draws it. Well, Heartless Act. Kill Yarion. Go to combat, hit ya. Luca. Take it up. Now we hit a Vorinclex. So now our opponent has to kill the Luca, or we get the Vorinclex. But if the Yarion kill the Luca, then they're going to die to the 4/4s. So they need multiple things here, I think. Opponent, Elspeth conquers death. Okay. And can you kill the 4/4s? You gotta get them both. And one of the Shatter of the Skies are gone. Oh, opponent doesn't even have the mana. Treacherous. Okay, done. Done. And that looks like game. Opponent would need something miraculous. Passes. Well, hit ya. Whew. Taking out all comers. Vorinclex, Tibalt. Too good. Too good for the format. Broke it. This deck's sweet. And it's crushing. All right. That was good. That was real good. Rank them up. All right. Much Abrew about nothing time. We are going to town with Vorinclex and Planeswalkers in Standard. And, all right, this is a risky keep, but we're going to keep it. The risk is that we don't hit lands. That's how this could go very wrong. On the other hand, if we get to 4 mana, this hand's great. Yeah, all right. Blaze up, go. See what our opponent's up to. Forest and Eldraine. That's not a land. Ooh, well, we'll see. We might end up getting a bit punished. Opponent. Well, I guess we take an Innkeeper. All right, mana. Mana for days. Pass the turn. Opponent, tap land. Oh, all right, Magic Gods. Give us this land. Reward us for our greedy keep. Opponent gets in. Sure. No blocks. And land. All right, that is a land. We're getting there. Well, go to combat. Hit you. All right, one more. One more, Magic Gods, and then we'll stop asking you for things. I promise. I promise. One more land. And then you're in the clear for more requests. Lovestruck Beast draws a card. Okay. Untap land. I think we got it. It's coming. I can feel it. The Magic Gods like this deck. Down to 18. All right, that's an untap land. Play it. Crack it. Snow-covered mountain. Binding. Get rid of Lovestruck Beast. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Opponent. Mammoth. Yeah. Feels like they're trying to get to a Great Henge. Gets in, hits us. Sure. Well, we get to ramp. Take a Triome. Solemn. Ramp. Take a Snow-covered mountain. Pass the turn. Okay. Okay, so we're to Vorinclex. All we need's a biggie. We need a biggie. A big planeswalker. Brushfire. Do they have a land? We will jump with this Solemn if they have a land. Alright, they do have the land. Untapped. Trigger, trigger. About it. Another Brushfire. Goes to combat. Swings, swings, swings. Yeah, we will chump. Draw a card. Go to 13. Ugin would be really good. Alright. Untap. Well, opponent has 2 cards in hand. Is it Vorinclex play defense? We could ramp into Solemn, and then we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it's probably just got to be Vorinclex. Vorinclex, sadly staying on D. This puts us in a position where if we just draw a land, we can insta-ultimate the Tibalt, and that would be good. We're also in a position where if one of those 2 cards in our opponent's hand is Embercleave, we're going to lose. But that is the way of the Eldraine. Opponent gets much triggers, goes to combat. Attacks. Attacks. Yeah. Ooh, no attacks? Okay, we like that. Let's draw a land. Opponent. I mean, Ugin would be the best. Ugin is our get out of jail free card. All right, Ooze. Dream Devourer. Huh. Awkward. Wow, this is funny. This could work, though. Go to combat. Attack with Vorinclex. I assume our opponent doesn't block? Okay, it's a Solemn. Goes to 15. Okay, so they do block, so that's fine. We're fine with this. Blocks, blocks, blocks. So we kill everything. And then we play another Vorinclex. Pass the turn. Oh my god. If this is Fetchland Embercleave, I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke! It is. Wow! Eldraine! Yeah. Well. Whew. Yeah. So close. Well. Fetchland. Pump 'em. Oh! Alright, no Embercleave. Okay, that's... I take it all back. That's much better. Opponent. Gonna kill our Vorinclex. Okay, plays an Ooze. Sure. Okay. Well, the Ooze is actually an annoyance, isn't it? Huh. So we will cultivate. We gotta get our land set up. Let's cultivate. Opponent has enough green mana to eat our graveyard, though. Alright, cultivate. Get our lands. Yeah, opponent eats. Snow-covered swamp, snow-covered forest. Put the swamp into play. Play the forest. Solemn. Alright, so this is going to set us up for Planeswalker Ultimates next turn. And we should even be able to survive Embercleave. Pass the turn, because his Vorinclex is stopping the Ooze from getting big, which is hilarious. So next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Worst case, we can Tibalt. Which, even that is not bad. Opponent, yeah. They're fighting, but we dodged the cleave, and without the cleave, this is much less scary. Opponent, untaps. I mean, I guess like a Crowan War would be insane. That would kill us, I think. Oh, well, no cleave, no Crowan War, and another one for the good guys, I guess. Oh, crush the weak. Is that even good enough? What is good enough? I think Blood on the Snow coming in for sure. And probably Frostbite? What do we cut? Let's go down the Lucas again. Go down Lucas. Maybe Lucas just not good enough. I mean, it's done some things sometimes, but could also bring in a Bloodchief's Thirst if we can find room. Liliana's a little worse if our opponent... All right, let's do that. Liliana's a little worse if our opponent has Scavenging Ooze to keep our graveyard clean. Not a consistent removal spell. All right, opponent's on the play. Can we hold up long enough, dodge the cleave long enough? Ooh, I actually really like this hand. Okay. I mean, removal into removal into removal seems reasonable. There's the Innkeeper. Well, Temple, Scry, probably don't need a pathway here. I mean, both of these should be ramping us, so... Opponent, tap land. Lovestruck Beast. Hits us. Well, Snow-Covered Swamp, kill the Innkeeper. Pass the turn. Opponent gets on Lovestruck Beast. Hits us for 1. Yeah, let's Velky. So we have something on the battlefield. Take Bone Crusher. Snow-Covered Swamp, go. I mean, opponent can still kill it, but they're going to have to do it with Smashing, which is a lot worse and a lot harder. Alright. Elemental. Land. Grows it. Well, we take a beating. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 10. Untap. Fabled Passage. Crack it. Snow-Covered Forest. Binding. To get rid of the Lovestruck Beast. And... ugh. Yeah, go attacking. Opponent's gonna block. Alright, so they get back a Bone Crusher, which we do have an answer for. Oh, this is gonna be so close. Opponent. Land. Pumps. Attacks. Hits us. Down to 7. Oh! It's another Lovestruck Beast. That's not great. Well, get a Triome. Binding. Get rid of the Lovestruck Beast. Castle Lockwade. I think it's too late because we're taking 3, 4, and then there's 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, I think it's Blood on the Snow or bust. Literally, that is our top deck. Opponent hits us to 3. Yeah, Vorinclex doesn't do it here. Wow, runs out Bone Crusher. Okay. Well, Blood on the Snow. Dream Devourer. We get some triggers. They don't do anything. Yeah. Tiny bit too slow. Alright. Well, Eldraine's still good. Our deck is good, but so is Eldraine. Alright, run it back. We're on the play this time, which is good. I think in that game... there's just so many 2-for-1s in that deck. 2-for-1s and then insane finishers, which... I think is why Eldraine is so powerful and dominant in Standard. But like Bone Crusher, Lovestruck Beast, they're inherently 2-for-1s. And then you get Great Henges and Embercleaves, which are 1,000,000-for-1s or just win the game. And then you get Edgewall Keeper, which is also like in 1,000,000 for 0. Alright, but we're on the play, which is encouraging. And we just got to get to our top end. We were just not fast enough to get to the top end. Alright, we'll keep. This is more okay than great, but I think it's worth keeping. Snow-Covered Swamp. Probably going to hold on to the Triome in case we flood. If we flood, we might actually want to cycle it. Alright, there's a Lovestruck Beast. Well, Snow-Covered Forest, Valky. Take Brushfire. Pass the turn. Unfortunately, our opponent managed to hide away that Lovestruck Beast. So we're going to need to find an answer to Great Henge. Opponent goes attacking. No blocks. Down to 19. Passes. More land somehow. Well, snow-covered mountain. Go to combat. Attack. Well, good thing we held onto the Triome. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Okay, so we need to find removal for Lovestruck Beast or removal for this Great Henge. Or I guess secondarily we could maybe ramp into Tibalt, and that could be good. Drawing 2 more lands in a row was not ideal. We kept a land-heavy hand, and we have drawn a lot more lands. Opponent gets in with a 1-1, hits us. Yeah, down to 18. Mammoth, interesting. Well, we will cycle. Bloodchief Sur's not the worst. There's an Ugin if we can get to it. Well, Pathway on black. Kill the Mammoth. Go attacking. Pass the turn. Come on, deck. Cultivate would be great. Solemn would be good. Vorinclex would at least be interesting. Opponent finds a Bone Crusher. Well, do we live long enough to get our big stuff down? That is the question. Land, untap, Brushfire. Hits us. Well, we will Frostbolt. Kill Brushfire. Play the land, pass the turn. We haven't wrapped it all, but we're alive-ish. We're not dead yet. About it. Another Mammoth. They just keep coming. Next, they're going to get this Great Henge down. You can see that's what our opponent's playing towards. Plays a tap land. Hits us. Well, Pathway on green. Ugh. Well, we'll see. I'm not actually sure this is going to be enough. So our opponent can fetch land, play this, and flood the board. We didn't have any ramp. No ramp this game at all. Opponent gets in, hits us. So we can Tibalt, but Tibalt's just not enough because they're going to go off with this Great Henge. Cracks it. Pumps it even more. Yeah. Oh, we got Eldraine. We got Eldraine. Oh my goodness. Eldraine times 20. All right. Well, yeah. Well, good to know that Eldraine's still in the farm. I was a little worried when I saw Kaldheim and all the sweet cards. So I was like, ugh, poor Eldraine. Maybe we'll never see Lovestruck Beast and Embercleave and Bone Crusher Giant again. But it's good to know that Eldraine, it still has apparently the power to keep up with Kaldheim. So, well, fear for nothing, I guess. Unfounded. All right. Much Abrew about nothing time. We are Vorinclexing in Kaldheim Standard. Vorinclex, Planeswalkers, etc. Yeah, alright. I guess we keep this. Opponent appears to be Rakdos Sacrifice, I guess. Schwamp. Well, Scryland. I don't think we need a second Dream Devourer. You. This hand is so much other ramp that I don't think Dream Devourer is going to be super necessary here, but, I mean, we're going to play it, because we might as well. Pass the turn. It is a good card. Better than I expected. Ooh, mono black. Alright. Opponent takes down the Dream Devourer. Yeah. Passes. Pathway on black. Cultivate. Red, green. Put the forest into play. Pass the turn. Well, the good news is we got a lot of big stuff in this deck, so our odds of drawing it eventually are pretty high. Opponent's going to get Jengatha. Ooh. Now let's Dream Devour. And hide away a Binding. And play a Snow-Covered Mountain and pass the turn. Forest, Jengatha. Let's just full price Binding. Kill Jengatha. Pathway on... We got enough red. Pathway on green. Oh, yeah. Hideaway a Binding. Hedge. I mean, we got a ton of removal. We just need a finisher. We need Vorinclex into Tibalt or Ugin or Liliana. Opponent, Mustrous Raider. Yeah, that is a good card. Village Rights, sacks, draws, sure. And a fetch land and cracks it. And a Kroxa. Well, we will discard the land, I think. Get a Triome. Vorinclex. Actually, should we just hide everything away? We probably should. Let's, okay, 1, 2. Hide away Vorinclex. 1, 2. Hide away Solemn. Binding of the Old Gods. Kill the Mustrous Raider. Hit you for 4. Alright. Now we need the Planeswalkers. Opponent. Sure. Kills a Dream Devourer. That's fine. Another Kroxa. Also relatively fine. Trigger. Get a Triome. Vorinclex. Smack ya. Down to 8. That's not going to do what you hope, opponent. that was a good try. That was a good try. Go to combat. Hit ya. Solemn. Everyone punts into Vorinclex. People still have not 100% learned it yet past the turn. Vorinclex keeps sagas from getting counters, essentially. Opponent. Mountain. Gonna get back Kroxa. Gonna hope and pray that that saves them, but little do they... Well, we know that it will not. Because we have removal and another Vorinclex hiding. Yeah, Vorinclex down. Mustrous Raider. Opponent passes. Well, Binding. Kill the Kroxa. And dominant! Oh, Vorinclex shutting down sagas is so hilariously effective. Clothis in. It's so good. It's actually really, really good. Vorinclex in. Do we want to bring in anything else? Maybe like, Alright, let's trim Luca's. Maybe like a Frostbite and a Bloodchief's Thirst. Something like that. Yeah, 1 Solemn. Let's try it like that. Oh! Vorinclex is insane! It's insane! It is so much better than I expected. Like, I thought it was going to be sweet, but good God. I think I underestimated how many sagas there would be seeing play in this format. So, Vorinclex just, like, wrecks sagas. It's got a good body, and then it also just occasionally lets you win by playing it and then playing a Planeswalker and ultimating it. Like, it's actually really sweet. Well, alright. A little short on lands, but we got the Dream Devourer. Opponent's going to Duress. Yeah. I assume they take Binding, but maybe they're more scared of Luca. Wow, alright. We are fine with that. Little does our opponent know that Luca has not actually been very good in our deck. Pathway, go. Clothis seems sweet in this matchup. For a Dream Devourer. Opponent. I mean, if we get a chance, we're definitely just going to slam Clothis. Claim the Firstborn. And sacks it. Yeah. Alright, well, go Clothis. I mean, so Clothis can help keep the graveyard in check, which is nice. And it should be almost impossible for our opponent to kill. Takes Binding. Castle Lockway. Gets Jingatha. Well, we will claim the firstborn, I guess. Drain ya. Dream Devourer. Land on... Yeah, I guess more black. Hideaway Vorinclex. Pass the turn. Opponent. Croxa. Gets the Heartless Act. Sure. Sex to draw some cards. Yeah. Ooh. That's not bad. Well, we will eat Croxa. We will Liliana. Start ticking it up. No attacks. Bonnet. Swamp. Alright, that's a biggie. That is a biggie. Huh. That's super awkward. Actually, maybe this works. Okay. So we will just eat village rights. This is a really weird way to do this, but what we need to do is Heartless Act to remove 3 counters from Corvold. And then Liliana to take down to kill it. The hidden mode! The hidden mode comes through. Opponent. Land. Jengatha. Now we'll exile a land. Add green. And Vorinclex. And tick up. And smack ya. Down to 8. Are we getting there? This Clothis has been great. Opponent kills Vorinclex. Yeah. Claim the first board to kill Liliana. Sure. Well, we will exile Corvold. Play a land. Pass the turn. Opponent swamp. Oh, whoa! Oh, they don't have a creature! Oh, they don't have a creature! Clothis saves itself. Opponent goes to 5. Gets it, hits us. No blocks. Sure. Well, we will eat Blood Chief's Thirst, I guess. We will cultivate. Thin the deck. Red and green. Pass the turn. Opponent's got to find an answer. They're going to die. They're going to die to the Clothis. Mountain. Corvold. Sacks. Draws. Attacks. We block. Go to 20. We whiff. Exile claim the first board. Pass turn. This is it. They gotta. Can they answer Clothis at 1 life? I would cry. Land. Attacks. They need to hit Mass Vandal. Oh, they need to sack a creature, I think. Well, we will block. 15. Croxa. Down to 12. Draws a card. Croxa. Down to 9. But it doesn't matter. They're dead. They're dead. We'll go to our graveyard. We will exile Luca. Oh! Wow. All right. The power of Clothis. And this deck's sweet. This deck is super sweet. We got Eldraine once, but we finished 4-1 with the deck, which that is a good record. And most impressively, we didn't Ugin a single time. Did we even have an Ugin on? Well, I guess we did one game, have it on the battlefield. But really, yes, I think you want Ugin in this deck. It's like, you want Planeswalkers at Ultimate with Vorinclex, and it's one of the good ones. But it wasn't like we just janked everyone out with Ugin. We mostly beat people with Tabal, or even fairly, with Vorinclex and random janky shenanigans. So, yeah, this deck's sweet. I like this deck a lot. Yeah, all right. Be back with a wrap-up. So, what do we learn this week about Vorinclex, Jund, and Kaldheim Standard? And the deck was great. The deck was super fun. It did really cool things, and it was good. We got Eldrained once against Gruul, but we went 4-1 overall with Vorinclex, Jund, and it felt really powerful. And like, he could actually compete with a lot of the best stuff going on in the format. I mean, obviously, Vorinclex is the centerpiece of the deck, and Vorinclex continues to surprise me with just how powerful it is. Like, we saw what we were trying to do. Vorinclex, ramp into it, ramp into Ugins or Tybalts or Lilianas. Like, that plan worked really well, and that is how we won a lot of games. Although, thankfully, we actually didn't win many with Ugin. It was pretty much all Tybalt in our other stuff, which was kind of sweet. It wasn't like we were just an Ugin deck who janked people out with it. Like, we could win easily without Ugin, even though Ugin is obviously really good with the deck and the plan of the deck. But maybe the most surprising thing about Vorinclex is how good it just is as a creature. Like, 6/6 haste trample, that's already a good creature, and it was kind of hilarious how often its ability to stop our opponent from putting as many counters on things was relevant. There's a lot of like a Crowan Wars and Elspeth Conqueror's Death, and we had several opponents try to like a Crowan War of Vorinclex, only to realize they can't get a counter on their Saga, so they don't get to seal the Vorinclex. So it's also like this oddly powerful hate card that lines up with a lot of the best cards. Like, our opponent can't Binding of the Old Gods, our Vorinclex, because it can't get a counter on it. So it also lines up oddly well with the rest of the format, and it's weirdly synergistic with some of our cards. Like, Binding of the Old Gods with Vorinclex out kills something and gets us to land right away, which makes it even better. So Vorinclex was obviously an all-star. The other card that impressed me that I wasn't sure about was Dream Devourer. So Dream Devourer can let us do some really crazy things. Like, if it sticks for a turn or two and we can start foretelling stuff, that gets us to the position where we can like Vorinclex for 4 mana, Liliana for 2 mana, for example, or even just Dream Devour, Hideaway, and Ugin with Foretell and play it for 6 mana. Those are really powerful lines. Tybalt for 5 mana. So Dream Devour was way better than I thought it would be. On the other hand, there was one card in the deck that really disappointed me, which was Luca. My concern with Luca was I wanted a way to find our Vorinclex. And honestly, we did it once, I think, where we like got rid of Asala and found a Vorinclex. That was kind of sweet. But otherwise, we don't have that many creatures, so Luca's Plus isn't that good. Its ultimate is weaker than most of our other planeswalkers. Like, if we have a bunch of stuff, it can kind of win the game, maybe with direct damage, but it's not a guaranteed win. So next time I play the deck, I might end up cutting Luca, or at least minimizing the number of Lucas. There are other planeswalkers you could play, like Garruk can insta-ultimate and let you tutor out creatures, although if we're insta-ultimating, then we already have Vorinclex, and I'm not sure what we're tutoring out, but still, that's an option. More Lilianas is an option. Going into more colors is an option. But all in all, Vorinclex itself was really impressive. Dream Devourer was really impressive. And in general, outside of Luca, the deck was really impressive. We went 4-1, beat a lot of really good decks really convincingly in a really fun, unique way. And it wasn't just all Jacob out with Ugin. So that's been Vorinclex Jund. That's been our Much Abrew for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will talk to you soon.